Hello Aries, how are you? Welcome to your June 2017 love reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited to be doing this. Hopefully there's no construction noise. I was just telling Pisces, it's why I haven't gotten your videos out sooner, just the noise around me, and I can only really work during the day because the lighting here is so bad. But I'm going to be actually doing another little video about my experience here in Bali, since I'm considering moving to Europe within the next couple months. And astrologically speaking, how that kind of comes to play. I know that has nothing to do with you guys, but just FYI on that. It's been a very interesting experience here that I would like to share. But Aries, yes, okay, I did prepare the deck, just making sure. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the Garden and Temperance reversed. Look, you're kind of in an interesting cyclical place. The Garden means nothing, neither good nor bad. It doesn't mean nothing, but it's neither good nor bad. It is merely a neutral place, a neutral state. And it seems to me like a lot of you may be kind of really operating in spite of a lot of like turbulence, Temperance reversed, okay? But almost there's a weird acceptance of that turbulence a little bit. And I see the world as the good and bad. You have the three women, the tree of life, and the serpent intertwining the women. So, and nothing is threatening, nothing is bad. Nothing is working against each other. It's just all aspects of life coming together in some weird, strange, like, I don't know how the hell this happened, union kind of thing. And I don't know why I'm here, but somehow it seems right. And in spite of perhaps some turbulence, that's the only word I can really think of to use right now, but Temperance reversed, the turbulence or the lack of balance in your life is oddly not really affecting you. Is that weird to say? I don't know why I'm feeling that. I'm feeling a very distinct separation. Two major arcana cards. Like, yes, you do have things, you're kind of in the throes of a little bit of a mess, but oddly you're feeling okay with it, or you're accepting it, or you're dealing with it very well. I don't know, it's a very positive way to begin the reading, and this challenge doesn't really feel like that much of a challenge for me. Like, yes, the universe is throwing junk at you, but you're like, okay, what's next? Like, I can deal with this. I've been through the last few months. I can go through anything. Two of Swords. A decision was made. At some point, somewhere along the line, a decision was made. Something was, some of you moved on. Some of you decided to get into a relationship. Some of you acknowledged truth. You acknowledged it. Maybe you didn't accept it. Maybe you're not like okay with it. Like, maybe that's what this Garden is. It's like it's acknowledgement. Not necessarily acceptance. You don't have to be okay with it, but the acknowledgement of the junk in your life has somehow oddly created a rite of passage for you to enter into the new phase of your life. Not a smooth transition though. Not a smooth one. Artisan of Swords. Let me pull out the future position as well. Two of Cups. Well, that's lovely. See, I see this. So this is the Knight of Swords, but this deck I read differently, which I've said in pretty much every video. So sorry if you've heard me say that like 5 times. This particular artisan is a blacksmith, and he creates tools. He creates weapons. And what's odd is I'm seeing you as the creator of your weapons for life, your tools, the things that you need, the things that you use for survival. And no, not the most romantic reading so far, but it's getting there, all right? Like, you have prepared yourself. You have everything you need in your tool belt now to appreciate, recognize, and understand what a true Two of Cups situation actually is. True love. I see it as true love. as not a twin flame connection. Twin flames can be very challenging at times, okay? They can, and I often say they can be beautiful and harmonious if you're in sync. But when you get out of sync, your twin flame connection can very easily crash and burn, okay? It's a very challenging thing, but not this. I don't see this as being, oh, see here, here's the blender now. Okay. I am so excited to get out of Bali, you guys. This was a bad decision coming here. It was great, I'm grateful for it, but it was not the place for me, and I'll explain it in my other little video that I do. Two of Cups, though, is harmonious, soulmate, I would say. Someone that's so good for you, that loves you unconditionally and accepts the good and the bad, right? That's kind of seems to be a little bit of a theme for you, the good and the bad working together, like your sunny side and your shadow side within yourself, the acceptance of that within yourself, and also an acceptance of the sunny side and the shadow side of other people and of life. So it's all just like sun and shadow, and it's all just like, okay, that's what life is. Like maybe you've kind of come to this realization that that's what life is. And maybe it's that realization that's really going to open your heart and be open to true love. Maybe you've seen the dark side of someone and it scared you, but that you recognize that you have a dark side too. And so therefore there is that unconditional love for that person because you have it too. And then there's no judgment, you know? And when I say shadow side, I don't mean that you're all like secretly stalking people at night or like serial killers, or that's not what I mean. I mean like the deep emotional side, or the inability to access emotion. Maybe that's your shadow side, or whatever, depending on your planets, right? If you have a lot of water influence, maybe you're a little bit more on the emotional side. If you have fire and air influence, maybe you're like totally emotionally unavailable, right? So there's that kind of thing. But there's that recognition and the acknowledgement of those things within yourself and within another person, which in effect will open your heart and allow love to enter. And the Artisan of Wands. A very light energy for you, okay? Make sure that my video is going. Okay. A very light energy. Now, he's been popping out a lot. Okay, so this is the card of Sagittarius. But I see it that this is how your mind is working. This is what's entering your mind. And right now, you're in deep planning mode. This is the architect, the Roman architect. And when you think about what the Roman architects accomplished, like think about it. All the buildings, all the systems, the plumbing, the water, the huge, buildings is the only word that's coming to my mind, but the big structures that are still around thousands of years later. You're building a legacy for yourself. You're officially in planning for planning of substance, right? Because those Roman buildings, the Colosseum, come on, that's something of substance. That's something of significance. You're ready for that. You're ready for that dream to become the reality. And how do you make that happen? Well, here you are, the architect with his blueprints, his protractors, and his, measurement tools, his straight edge, his pencils, his everything. So Aries, get out your notebooks, get out your pens and pencils, and start writing things down. Start figuring it out, your life for you, because only focusing on you is actually what's going to open your heart to someone else. The Empress reversed, okay? The first thing that entered my mind was actually the more pregnancy definition here. If you are a female and you're watching this, there may be some issues with pregnancy or even lack of sexual drive. Like maybe even some of you are kind of putting yourself on the shelf for a little while in terms of, sexual activity. I don't know why I went straight to the sexual side. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Putting yourself on the shelf for that, you know, with the age of Tinder and dating, and, you know, if you're in a relationship, obviously this won't speak to you, but it's like you're done playing with the superficiality of that. If you're in a relationship, you may be planning for pregnancy and kind of like, even if you're a female, maybe waiting till you're ovulating or something like that, being a little bit more strategic with your sexual activity as well. You may be very lacking a little bit of self-confidence right now, but I think once you have that plan in place, once you have the blueprints of how your life can go, as much as it's in your control, right? Obviously, we all think we have so much control over our life, but life is, by definition, uncontrollable, you know, but there are things that we can control, and so those are the things that you can plan. So, but you are lacking self-confidence a little bit, self-confidence in your life. Maybe there has been significant disappointments in the past, like even here, you do still have turbulence going on, and in spite of that turbulence, you are still moving forward, and you're moving forward in an incredibly beautiful direction. Actually, to be honest, this is the first like really positive love reading I've had. So kudos to you, and I'm excited for you. The siren, the environment, letting things go. The Two of Swords, okay? This was a noose around your neck, but it gave you the tools. The purpose of this devil relationship, or this devil issue in your relationship, okay, was to give you the tools that you needed in order to have real love in your life. It wasn't for nothing. It was not for nothing, all right? It was for preparation, and it was for you to find self-love. I think you're really out of your element here, Aries, a little bit. You're really out of your element. You're not feeling comfortable. You're hoping for a message from someone, waiting for a message for someone. Devotee of Cups, Page of Cups. I often see this as, like, this is different with the other deck as well. Like, this is you waiting. Like, you're looking forward and you're like, where are you? And it will come. It always does. That's why it comes up, because this is a message received. So what you're hoping for will come. Strength. Yes, obviously. You have to have strength to reverse the siren, to reverse the devil, to resist temptation. Again, another symbol of sexuality. Like, some of you may be really resisting purely sexual relationships right now. Some of you may be resisting the urge. You know, I'm feeling like your sexual drive is actually quite high, but you are pulling it back. Strength is also, in one of my books, it's strength/lust, which I've never heard strength being described as lust. It's like, I think it's called The Soul System of Tarot is the name of the book. And yeah, strength/lust. Oh no, it's The Path of the Fool, I believe. That's the book. And I read that and I was like, wait a second, I had no idea that this was so connected with sexuality, but in essence it really, really is. Fertility. These all speak to sexuality and lust as well. But a lot of control, self-control, self-management, which for Aries, cardinal, fire, the baby of the zodiac, the one that tends to be a little bit more reactive, right? That's hard for you guys, but you're doing it, and you're doing it because you want the Two of Cups. You want that connection, and you don't want just a strictly sexual relationship, and you don't want to just rush into anything. It's all very thoughtful, it's all very purposeful, and in spite of the junk that you're dealing with, you're still keeping your eye on the goal. Okay. Nine of Coins. See, there's the readiness. When you hit the Nine of Coins, it tends to lend itself to having everything. Now, I'm not saying that all of you are perfect and that all of you have everything that you need and all your needs are met. Like, I'm not saying that you're all like in this perfectly place, but I think your heart is in the perfect place. Okay, there's not a sense of desperation. Now, this kind of contradicts with the confidence thing, right? So maybe the Empress is really lending itself more toward the sexuality side, and this is lending itself to the readiness side. This is the first coins that we've pulled out, okay? So it is that concrete, on paper evidence that you are in fact ready for love. You are in fact ready to reinstate love into your relationship, okay, to rekindle. But be careful, you guys, because I can kind of see confusion, all right? And if the person that you had maybe a toxic situation with, the person that gave you the tools to have this, you know, you obviously went through something hard and you've released yourself from that energy, or you're actively working to release yourself from that energy. But it's hard because a message from this person that like you're so drawn to and so chemically connected to is likely the person that cannot deliver this. But if they psych you out and send you a text message, or they, you know, they say, hey, you want to get together, I'd love to catch up, be careful, because it's not genuine. Their intentions are not real, right? So you really, really, really need to be in tune with your intuition here, and you really need to look at the actions, right? It's about evidence analysis, looking at that person's past actions and saying, are they really being genuine here, or do they just want sex? Because my guess is that there's a lot of people that are dealing with just purely sexual relationships, or trying to turn a purely sexual relationship into a Two of Cups. But I don't think that that's in your best interest. I think that can be kind of a repeating pattern or a cyclical battle for some of you. Remain confident, remain sure. You are ready for love. You are ready for commitment, marriage, babies, whatever. You're ready, so don't deny yourself that by falling back into bad patterns. You have enough tools. You don't need more. Any more tools will be in excess, and then you just have baggage, okay? Enchantress of Swords. See, Two of Swords and the Enchantress of Swords. Oh, she's so on point, you guys. You can't argue with a Queen of Swords. This is you. Look, the red. I'm loving all the red, the deep passion. Queen of Swords is a passionate person, but she's passionate about what's right. She's like Justice, Lady Justice. She has the scrolls of truth. Look, she has them right there. She knows the law. She knows what's up. Can't fool her. You made a decision, Aries. You made the decision. You got to stand by it. You did it because it was right. It's what was best for you. Don't backtrack. Don't second guess yourself. Keep the confidence strong. You're second guessing yourself. Don't. Hold out for everything you want. Two of Cups. Hold out for love. Ten of Coins. Justice reversed. See, this is what I'm saying. Be careful of someone promising you a Two of Cups and then pulling the rug out from under you. You may have felt like jilted, like the universe totally was playing a joke on you with someone, or a past relationship, or an issue that you guys have been going through. Ten of Coins, right? This is like, there was everything. You had all the makings of a perfect life, all the makings, and then somewhere it got skewy, right? Somewhere you got thrown a little bit of disbalance and discord, you know? And it might be unfair, right? Like, you wanted everything you wanted with the siren, the person, but the siren isn't real, right? In mythology, the sirens would sing, and they would sing songs of home to the sailors, right? And things that would remind them of the beautiful, happy moments in their life, and then they'd lure them in, and then they would die. Or they'd kill the sailors, right? It's not real, you know? And I think some of you did have the rug pulled out from under you. That's why your confidence and your self-assuredness and your sharp-mindedness is more important now than it ever was before. Because you have the opportunity to take lemons, okay, and turn it into lemonade. Can I be so cliche? But you have that opportunity now. 10 of Swords. See, it's the ending point. The ending, 10 of Swords, and the Garden. See, weird acknowledgement of truth, weird acknowledgement of circumstances. She's not emotionally invested, the Queen of Swords. She doesn't lend herself to the emotional side when it comes to what's right. You really need to figure out what's right, guys. Someone didn't do right by you. You could have had everything. You could have had exactly what it was supposed to be. I love this 10 of Coins. I love the green. Green, growth, nourishment, health, finances, money. Could have had everything. 7 of Wands. See, there's still like, it's the turbulence. It's the Temperance reverse. Still things working against you. Rationalizations, justifications for second chances. Okay? 7 of Wands, other people telling you what to do. Please be cognizant, all right? Use your own judgment. You have very good judgment right now. Please use it, okay? Other people are going to try to tell you what to do. I don't want to see you trying to defy those people. I think that you may try to do something that's not good for you simply because people say that you shouldn't do something. It's like, you shouldn't do that, so you go out and do it to try to prove them wrong. Aries, you're competitive, I get it, but like I think really they're looking out for you. And you've been fighting alone for a while. You've been the only one fighting, but fighting because you just want to prove the world wrong. I don't know why this reading is actually kind of taking an interesting turn. It is a beautiful reading because it is about self-love. It is about self-choice. And see, superficiality here. What you had was superficial in spite of the fact that there was such, like, it was everything on paper, but emotionally, this is coins, not cups. 10 of Coins and 10 of Swords, not 10 of Cups. That's what that relationship was. That's what, you know, and I know that some of you are still in a relationship, so maybe some of you are, you know, trying to justify and rationalize why you're still in that relationship. Because it's everything on paper, but it did a number on you. It's torture. It's torture. You're torturing yourself. It was superficial. I didn't get 10 of Cups. I got 3 of Cups. Again, 3 people. Sex. Maybe there are multiple partners. You don't have to win here, Aries. You don't have to prove everybody wrong. You just have to prove to yourself that you can be happy, that you can have love. You've not had the best luck. It hasn't been fair, okay? Some of you may be getting divorced. 4 of Cups now. 4 of Cups, 3 of Cups. This is about selectivity and emotional maturity and waiting for the right thing to come along. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Devotee of Coins, this may be an earth sign. but it is, again, a pentacle representing the material aspects of life, a real offer, something that you can have. Like, I think that with your partner or your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, you had a lot, but again, emotionally it was disconnected. So now you have a lot on your own. You went from a 10 to a 9, and there's nothing wrong with a 9. It just means that you're ready for the 10. But you need the 10 of coins and the 10 of cups, and even a little bit of the 10 of wands. No one needs the 10 of swords. That's like annoying and frustrating, but it recognizes an ending at least. But you know, you do need to have all of it. And this may be an offer from someone. You may even be, so she's a maiden, okay? A Roman maiden. What she's doing is she's creating a vase, I don't know if you can see that, of roses in front of Venus, a statue of Venus. She's making an offering here. Some of you might feel like you need to make right by the goddess of love, right? Get some good fortune coming your way. You know, and again, red. You have such deep, beautiful love to give, okay? But sometimes you do feel like you have been shortchanged. Hold out for this, okay? Some of you may really be praying and really focusing, but focusing means saying no to tempting and superficial relationships. And maybe even for some of you, relationships that include a third party, whether you know it or not, okay? Six of Wands is a card of victory and success, and having the support of those around you. Seven of Wands, I often see as being a tough energy, but not right now. I'm not seeing it tough right now. I'm seeing it as you having more of a battle of yourself, whether you want to prove the world wrong, just for the sake of proving them wrong, to show that you can do it, show that you can make a husband or a wife out of this completely emotionally unavailable person. Or do you want to listen to what they're saying and be happy? It's not really a choice. You've already made that choice. You've already made that choice anyway. You just got to live it through. See? Ace and 10. Something is over. There has been a new realization or acknowledgement. Again, the acknowledgement of what is. The sweetness and the bitterness of life all coexisting together. That this person is more shadow than sun. Tap into your sunshine. Here's the shadow, here's the sun. Okay? It is a mere reflection. You cannot have one without the other. The problem is that I feel that you are seeing too much sunshine. You're fighting for the sunshine in a cave. Devotee of Swords, place your weapons down. Put your weapons down. This was good on paper. It made sense. It was practical. But it was completely void of emotional connection. In fact, someone pulled the rug out from under you from that emotional connection. They completely, maybe even made you feel like it was all you and that you were the only one that felt that, even though you know that they felt it too. But now they're like, I didn't feel anything. Let's just keep it light. How can you go from a 10 of coins to a 3 of cups? It's such a downgrade. And the Lover's reversed. Be careful of your rationalizations, Aries. They are your downfall. Be honest. Be cold and harshly honest with yourself. That love was flawed. But you have the 2 of Cups in your future. Oh, see, why do I keep doing that? I don't know what's happening with these particular readings, okay? In Pisces and now yours, I accidentally, instead, I do it in this order from here to here to here. That's just how I prefer to do it. But I've done it here. So it's meant to be there because I wouldn't have, it was totally, did not even realize I was doing it. In the future, the 8 of Swords. This is a little bit of a tough future for you guys. But it's because you're still reeling, right? This is the aftershock, like I was saying, the earthquake, the aftershock a little bit. It's the turbulence going on, and that's fine. You'll make your way through it. It's not going to last forever. You just might feel trapped because I think you wanted something so badly and you fought for something, and logically, this speaks to logic and intellect. Logically, the relationship made sense. Logically, it was good. Logically, everything was exactly the way it was supposed to be. You guys looked good together. You had good sex. You were respectful of each other. You really could have had everything, but could is conditional. They're not available, okay? Let's see. Two of the major arcana, the High Priestess and the 2 of Swords. You made the right decision. You made the decision that your intuition was screaming out at you. Don't over rationalize because you're going to completely throw things off. The universe has a plan for you. All right, you have direction. Look, this is Cleopatra, and look how sure she is. You have to be sure. You were sure at one point. You were like, nope, this relationship's not for me. Nope, I'm leaving. Nope, you're not treating me well. And then you leave. And then you're like, oh, I miss them. I really wanted to have a life with them. I really love them. But look at the evidence. Their actions are the evidence. That's all you need to know. Emotions aside, there are no emotions here. No emotions here at all. Remove emotion and look at the facts. The moon, the shadows, the darkness. It's a very dark environment. You have a very dark place right now because I think you're just confused. I see this as the big question mark. You're just confused and you really did want to remain optimistic and see the best in someone. But you know, God, it's coming. It really is coming, you guys. Don't stress out. It's on its way. The universe, the angels are watching over you 100%. They're there. They're not going to lead you in the wrong direction, but you have to be sure of yourself. You have to be sure of the decision that you made. There was a reason why at that moment that you made that decision, there was a reason why you did it. Don't let go of that reason. Another 4 of Swords, a mental rest. You need to check out. You really need to not be so invested, not be so involved. This is about evidence. This is about details and concrete facts. Okay? Love is in the cards for you. It's coming. It's not here yet. Okay, Ace of Wands reversed. Another card of sexuality though. Honestly, I'm wondering how many of you are like, I don't really want to have sex. Like maybe some of you are afraid of having sex because the sex makes it too messy. It makes it too confusing and you get too emotionally involved with sex. So you're kind of just taking yourself off the shelf for a while and saying, you know what? I can't handle these complications right now. You'll get through it, Aries, I promise. You'll get through it. Time changes things. Time changes people. And everything's going to be okay. You got to stay to your decision. You got to stick with it because it's there on purpose. You did it on purpose. It's time to stop fighting and time to just let love in. Okay? And it will come. It definitely will come. Okay. I'll let you go with that, Aries. I wish you nothing but the best this month. Thank you so much. Good luck. Bye.